welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has supported me, that has subscribed to my channel. I want to appreciate everyone, and it really means a lot to me actually. And I promise you guys that I will be giving you the best sewing tutorials. And in today's tutorial, given the way that I will be making a bomber jacket. If you are new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are my old subscribers, you're welcome back. Please make sure you click on the subscribe button, it's right here. And also click on the notification bell, turn on the notification bell so as to get notified once I upload a new video. And also please remember to give me a thumbs up, comment down below. The necessary material are pattern paper, marker pen, a tape rule, a pair of scissors, and also a ruler. Now I've go ahead to rule out my shoulder line. I've also created a line for my zipper allowance. So I'm turning the zipper line inward, the zipper allowance inward. This is the front. I'm drafting the front first. So I divide my shoulder divided by 2 plus half an inch, making it 8. And I'm coming down by 1 inch to create the shoulder slant. I mark my neck width and then connect the step down like so, and then I'll mark my armhole length, and at the armhole length I'll be adding 1 inch to it, because this is a jacket, a bomber jacket, and I would like the armhole to come down a little bit. And then I'll take my shoulder to my waist measurement. Actually, the length is smaller than my length, because I'll be adding 2 inch band to it. So now I'll take my necessary measurements. The length is 2 inch shorter than my normal length. That's because I'll be adding 2 inch band to the down part of our jacket. Now to create the armhole, I'm going to be dividing what I'm having at the armhole length like so, in order for me to create the armhole curve. I think you are familiar with this. And then I'm taking my necessary measurement. And you remember you'll be going in by half inch at the front line. Now I've divided my bust divided by 4, and I add 1 inch to it. I'll also do the same. Actually, what you should be doing is to use your bust measurement for the waist and for the length. So don't mind me right here. It's just a mistake that I later go ahead to correct when I'm cutting the back. So the measurement you'll be using is just your bust measurement all through. Because if you want to take your bust and waist, you have a funny measurement just like this. So I will advise you guys to just use your bust measurement so that you won't get any funny outcome. So now I've opened up the zipper line that will fold in, and then I'll take my neck depth. I'll be working with the neck depth of 3. And I'll just connect it like this. And then I'll be cutting everything out. And before cutting, I want to attach an inseam pocket to this. So now I'm just dividing the I'm just taking my nipple measurement actually, which is 3.5, and I have add half an inch to it, making it 4. And I also go to the armhole and I mark the half half part of the armhole, and I'm just going to connect the measurement all the way to the midpoint of the armhole, like so. I hope you understand.
Open eye,
I'm going
feel the way.
because I'm going to attach an inseam pocket to that. That's the main reason why I did this. And if you are not adding pockets, or you want your pocket to sit in the front, it's so optional. You cannot do this if you want that. I'll be doing a separate tutorial on that.
Open eye, feel the
Now guys,
waves
I'm going
cut
to go ahead
through
to cut
me.
everything out.
Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move.
You can see the outcome of the measurement is not that okay for me. So I won't be taking my waist or my hip measurement like I did. I'll just use my bust measurement, and I'll be creating a notch where I want the pocket to sit, where I want it to start, and where I want it to end, like so.
Can make me move. Can make me move.
And to start up, I mark my shoulder line, and I'm just going to draft a basic bodice back for the back of this bomber jacket. And the only difference that will be there is just the extension of the armhole. Yes, extension of the armhole. This is where I finally correct myself, where I use my bust measurement, and I'm just cutting everything out, like so.
So alive.
Neck width I use for the back is 1 inch. Sorry, the neck depth that I use for the back is 1 inch. I'm just indicating my green line, how I want it to be cut. I'll be cutting this on fold.
Make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move.
Set it aside and work with the hoodie. So now to work with the hood, I will need my center front and my back pattern. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is to firstly trace the front neckline in this direction. So watch me very well as I'm creating this so that you won't run into a problem when you are creating your own. So firstly I trace out my neckline and I insert a notch.
Can make me move. Can make me move.
I'm also going to extend it by 1 inch. So now I turn it towards this direction And I'm just going to trace the back neckline as well. After I finish tracing the front neckline, I turn it, then I continue from the shoulder line to trace out my neckline for the back. So for better understanding, I'm just going to label it front neck and then the back neck. And that's the first step. Now I will move to where the extension is. I'm just cross checking so that you guys can see. I'm just cross checking it.
Can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me.
Now we'll move to the extension of the front, and by at that point I will just rule straight like so. So you can see what I'm doing. At the extension of that 1 inch of the center front, I rule it up like so, and then I'm just going to rule across as well. And depending on how big or how wide your hood you want your hood, sorry, the how bigger you want your hood to be, this will determine it. So now I'm working with the hood of 16 inch, and I'm just ruling it across like so. The length I'm having is 16. You can go as much as 18 depending on how wide or how big you want your hood to be.
Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights.
I'm just explaining what I'm doing here right here. At that extension, I come up by, I just rule a straight line. And at that straight line, you can go as much as 18 as 20 depending on how big you want your hood to be. And for the wideness of the hood, I'll be making use of 9.5. Making use of 9.5. I'm just using 9.5, and then I'm going to be creating a curve from the tip of that, like so. I'm just going to create a curve, and then I'll connect the curve back to the back neckline. So now I do not like what I did over there. Like, it's so shallow. Like, I did not get the curve very well. So I've go ahead to draft it on a white pattern paper like so. And I'm just explaining what it is. This is the center front neckline, and the other side is the back. And you could remember this side where I mark 9.5. At that 9.5, I create a curve, and at that curve, that's my 9. I create a curve, and from that curve as well, I create a curve back to the back neckline. And I indicate my green line, how many I'll be cut. I'll be cutting for 2 for the facing and 2 for the actual wood. And yes, this is everything. And I've also gone ahead to draft a pocket in which I'll be having a separate tutorial for. And at this pocket, I will just be indicating my notch so that when I'm joining, it will be easy for me to join. And I'll go ahead to create a smaller pocket for this bomber jacket. So this is it. And I won't be cutting any line for this. This is just a sample of the bomber jacket. So I'll just cut to for the pocket. Yes, we've come to the end of today's tutorial. If you enjoy, please remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also remember to comment as well. Remember to give me a thumbs up, share with your lovely ones, and yes, I will be seeing you in my next video. Have a blessed week ahead. Bye bye.